Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
A nice shot by Nash. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways. There's still plenty of physicality in the modern game. Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
And here's Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And here is Paul. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Now here's Paul. To the middle. Here's Hawkins.
Reason number 1, CP3 is out there making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
Nash outside. Just 5 to shoot. Yep, it counts. Nash has got his second basket of the night.
You really can't let someone with Nash's accuracy get that close. I mean, he won't waste those high percentage looks.
Drains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Here's Paul. Steve Nash making his last shot. Ball stolen. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Chicago grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Paul, right side. Chicago needs to get a shot on. Now here comes Nash, leading the break. Here's Shays. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Outside Lowry. The kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Lowry. Pass to Shays. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Well, I think Lowry's probably run a pick and roll 1,000,000 times. Few better operating the 2-man game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Back to Lowry. Over Paul. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Paul with it, and it up for the Bulls. Down low. Mikan kicks it out to Paul. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Another shot. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Now here is Lowry. Still scoreless. Abdul-Jabbar gets double teamed. Offensive rebound. Here's Chicago. And it's Richmond finishing it off.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Both teams will make substitutions. Brooklyn trailing. Right side Lowry. A shot that time, not on target. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Here's Embry. Second shot opportunity. And he comes up with the deuce.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Outside Millsap. Hayward outside. Pass to Millsap. 6 to shoot. Out to Hayward. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Embry. Here's Cassell. They set the pick. In the corner, Granger with it. No good from outside. Got it up. No good that time. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's Chicago. They lead by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Here's Lowry. It's rebounded by Embry.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Cassell. Right side O'Neal. Pass to Cassell. And the Bulls with another miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
O'Neal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the talent O'Neal has is evident, and the exact type of big man any team would love to have.
So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different And in so many ways, the players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Here's Blackman. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Lopez. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Outside Lowry. Lopez a screen. Rebound by the Bulls. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. In the corner, Granger with it. Here's O'Neal. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Shays. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Williams. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Granger misses.
Chicago foul. Gus Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
Abdul-Jabbar in the post. And then Abdul-Jabbar slams it in.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. To the paint, Abdul-Jabbar. And Blackman pulls it down.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. That three off the mark. Nets trailed by 10. Jones for three. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. Reeves outside. And a miss there on the triple. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, great job to push it up the court with the pass, and they get a nice transition score.
The recent history of the Nets. Now, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
And that one, good. Nash has got 8 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Kicks it out to Granger. Pass to O'Neal. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Nets trailed by 9. Now here's Hayward. Granger covering. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Nash outside. Shot clock at 6. Up and in on the layup. 10 points for him.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Blackman. Kicks it out to Granger. Takes the three. Second chance effort. The rebound by the Nets.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Bulls lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nets trailed by 5. Richmond with the steal. And stolen by Nash. And he drops it in from the low post. Nash has got 12.
And Nash is such a clever player, a sensational floater from such an unpredictable player.
They set the pick. Inside. Here's Hawkins. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Nets trailed by 5. For 3, Hayward. They get it back. And Kareem throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Nash outside. Hayward on the wing. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Bulls leading by 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's his third foul of the game. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. For three, Richmond. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this out. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Pass to Hayward. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Paul. Nash with the block. And he recovers it. Here's Hawkins. And there's the spin dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. Here's Mikan. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. From deep three-point land. Hits it from three-point range. Hayward's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the release on Hayward's shot, just so smooth. He makes the play with urgency, but doesn't let that compromise his mechanics.
Here's Hawkins. Lays it up off the glass. Hawkins has got 6 in the quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Outside Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Lowry's got his first basket of the night.
You gotta love the fearless attitude of Lowry. Nice job getting inside and executing.
Pass to Mikan. Richmond for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Nash outside. Tipped away. Richmond with it. Guarded now by Nash. Pass to Richmond. The kick out to Havlicek. Here's Hawkins. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hawkins has got 9 points here in the second half. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Nets trail by 5. Outside, Jones. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And talk about a terrific stroke. The defense was hoping that a 3-ball that deep wasn't going in.
Pass to Lopez. For the tie. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Chicago Bulls. They set the pick. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Here's Mikan. It's stolen by Jones. Right side Lowry. Outside Conley. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Bulls. They lead by a bucket. From the United Center.
The Nets, 33.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Chicago leading. Williams up on top. Over Conley. Williams can't get it to go.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Granger outside. buries it from three-point range. Rangers got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Chicago.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Left side, Williams. That one drops for him. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. Told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Thanks, David.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Embry. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Nash. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 5 on the clock. Abdul-Jabbar gets double-teamed. Shoots over O'Neal. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar again. And 12 points here for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. To the inside. Now O'Neal. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Nash outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Such an unpredictable player. Nash keeps defenses on their toes and just baits them into mistakes.
That one misses.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
Nash with the bucket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Paul. Misses off the right iron. Nets trailed by 5. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Back to Nash. Pass to Rice. Stolen by Havlicek. To the right side. Back to Richmond. Launches it. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And when you think of Rice, his consistency comes to mind, as well as that dead-eye shooting form.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both free throws good from Rice.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Ball right side. The 3, Richmond. Hands it from downtown.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Nash outside. From outside the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's his 4th foul of the contest. 1:21 left in the 4th quarter. Paul driving the lane, and he gets the bucket. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
Here's Nash, and the Nets miss again. Here's Chicago. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 55 seconds left to play here in the 4th. To halt the run, Shays can't hit. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Chicago. Pass to Havlicek. Back to Paul. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Nash with it. Chris Paul covering. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it's on John Havlicek.
What you love about Nash, he's a coach on the floor, dictates the pace, always in total command of his team.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Paul with the 3.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And an intentional foul right there.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. He nails the tray. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Steve Nash. 5th personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Richmond with the steal. Goes up on the wing. He can't get it to go. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They didn't make it.
Yeah.